Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another video. We checking out Playback again because our Playback a favorite of mine, bro. And why not? They talk about interesting stuff. They have good opinions, and I have my opinions on their opinions. And then, yeah, let's go.
Yo, man, this nigga Ja Morant tripping, dog.
What do
He
he do this
is
He
time?
Loki,
big
but yeah,
tripping. So for
he
those who don't know what's going on,
signed
Ja Morant,
into a
star
thing.
point guard for the Memphis Grizzlies in the NBA. He's been going through a little bit of trials and tribulation off the court as of late. This all kind of started last year where he got into a physical altercation with a 17-year-old that
Yeah, that was
resulted
dumb.
in him potentially, allegedly, pulling out a firearm. And then also there's an ongoing investigation, or was an ongoing investigation with some people that he was accompanied by that
With the
pulled out
laser.
something, and it was a laser that was on the face of Indiana Pacers
And then
staff
his
member.
mom got in a dispute at a mall.
According to a report obtained by the Washington Post, Ja Morant's mother got into an argument with an employee at Finish Line and called her son.
This is
So
the
what does
dumbest
any
shit ever.
son do in this situation? Ja Morant pulled up 9 dudes deep to the Memphis Mall and wanted to have a conversation, I guess, with this Finish Line employee. As the group was leaving the premises, Ja Morant said, "Let me find out what time he gets off," police wrote in the report. The guard wanted to file a report, police wrote, because he felt threatened by a statement from Ja Morant. Ja Morant's about to sign a $200-300 million contract, and in his free time, he's thinking about jumping a minimum wage Finish Line worker.
And
And then
Damn.
it peaked though, like a week ago when Ja Morant was at a club or some type of event after
Yeah.
they played the Nuggets.
a
Nice
strip
club.
club. You ain't see the
And
ass in
then,
there?
wait, before you get to
I'm
that,
about to say.
he was dancing. It seemed like he throwing up gang signs and then putting a firearm next to his face, telling you he really about that business. Now, first and foremost, when it comes to the strip club picture, the niggas who are posting that, you're fucking certified
No,
losers.
not in the strip
You're
club.
losers.
You're done, buddy.
You're losers. You're losers. No, I'm
Yeah,
talking
I
about the
didn't
niggas who
really.
posted the picture, like who grabbed the picture and like they showed the money all over the place.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh.
weird too.
Yeah, y'all fucking.
But
weird,
after that
bro.
strip club, like, who would want to go there again?
That is a fact. Like now, y'all just lost like a lot of like promo behind it because you had somebody who was selling images to like TMZ or some of these.
Yeah,
outlets.
they had a snitch.
After all those events have
Basically.
transpired, Ja Morant has been suspended. Not only has he been suspended, but
No,
also
wait.
those events have transpired. Ja Morant has been suspended.
No, he hasn't been suspended. He could be suspended. They're still investigating, but since I was watching Undisputed earlier, and they said since he already he's suspending himself, they're probably just gonna like slap it or pass it, maybe.
Not only he's been suspended, but also some revenues been taken away from him. Powerade decided to pull some of
Really?
his ads as well, which is kind of tough.
Oh, I
There's
did
also
hear
some
that.
potential that may be suspended in other realms as well. He still has not
I
returned
thought
back to
they were gonna put him on
the
probation.
Memphis Grizzlies either.
That's
So
what I've been
I want to
hearing,
say
at
this
least.
first and foremost, because there's two sides to this convo. To the first side, what Ja Morant is doing is dumb. You agree? I think essentially what he's doing is stupid. Stop.
It's
Stop.
dumb. It is hilarious.
It's dumb.
It's hilarious.
It's dumb. But it's hilarious for you because it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not you. Like,
That's
imagine
true.
if somebody, like, imagine if me or Davis or Kai or somebody else was, like, doing stupid stuff like that. You'd be like, all right, let me pull you aside and let's have this conversation.
Correct.
Because it's dumb.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
But
There's no way you would see me in a strip club waving a gun and you'd be like, that nigga's hilarious.
how do you even get the gun in there?
I have no idea,
Because
actually.
they don't let you bring guns.
I
in
have no idea. The other question is, how did he transfer a gun to Denver?
That was in Denver.
That was in Denver.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
the big.
God.
That's why they're
He
investigating.
still he hasn't been brought back yet because they're trying to figure out. There was an ongoing investigation.
They dropped it.
They dropped the investigation specifically for the club, but how? Like I think the NBA is still doing an investigation on like how did he.
No, they didn't drop it for the club. The police dropped it for the club, which the police didn't really have a reason to, I guess, charge him or whatever, or investigate or whatever. But the police dropped the club stuff. The NBA never cared about the club stuff. They didn't really care about I guess, showing the gun on IG, but they cared about how it got there. Right. I guess they do care about that, but then they're like, you're in Denver, you're in Memphis. No, you live in Memphis, you're in Denver. We got a private plane. We do not allow firearms or any sort of weapons on our facilities, which I'm pretty sure is one of their rules. And now you got to explain how a firearm got from Memphis, if you had it in Memphis, to Denver, if you got it from Denver. And people were like, yeah. Some people were saying he probably bought it in Denver, but they were like, bro, you don't buy firearms for states you don't belong in.
he get a gun from.
So
Okay.
So that's the reason. Those are all reasons why it's dumb. Because like you're putting yourself in situations that are not advantageous to somebody who's a rising up and coming star that's earning millions of dollars. And it just seems as if like I don't know job at all, but it seems as if like you may be surrounded by the wrong crowd or being influenced in a negative way because that's just all bad decisions. And you know he has his father, he has his mother in his life. They have like sound decision makers in his life. So it's not as if like I can't say, oh, he grew up without a dad. Like no, like he's there. I'm pretty sure his father would tell him like, yo, what are you doing, dog? Like let's chill out for a second. Stupid, bad decisions. Even though you're entertained by it.
his mom didn't help the situation at all. Calling up your son.
Are you entertained by
call up your husband or something. Why are you calling up your son?
He tweets crazy stuff.
Bro, I love Ja Morant.
You love Ja Morant?
Bro, he's the whole Memphis team is just a bottle of fucking entertainment. Dylan, what's his name?
Dylan Brooks is dirty
Brooks
nigga.
is hilarious.
But it's
Nah, I
more
don't
funny
fuck
when
with
it's
him,
on the
bro.
Role
court, though.
player getting quotes off every day on Bleacher Reports. It's hilarious.
That's
But
true.
it's only funny when it's on the court though. When he taking it outside the court and he doing that shit.
It's just potentially dangerous, but niggas is entertained by it. That's why people give it attention. I just think there's an obsession with struggling.
Yes, I
This
agree.
nigga's
with that
middle
as well.
class, bro.
Not well. He probably grew up middle class, but right now, without a doubt, he's a
No, not no
multi-millionaire.
more.
Yeah.
He grew up middle class
Yeah.
though, but like for some reason that's not okay.
I don't know why it's
You
not.
have to struggle more. So he's talking like the way he talks to people is like he's really been through it.
I can't show y'all the other vibes. Shit. Just know that shit attached to the gang. Just know them motherfuckers attached to the gang. Y'all can't see them vibes though.
Yeah.
Everyone has their struggle.
What?
You don't know what he's been through.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he talks like he's from areas that he's not. He
Yeah,
talks
I'm
like
like,
he's from places that he's
what?
not. And like it is hilarious to me. And it's hilarious because I know a lot of people like that because I grew up in a good area and I grew up middle class and I know people that pretended like they had it tougher than they did. Nigga, I know where you grew up, bro. I know where you live.
We know somebody too.
Who?
In his house.
Who? Oh, Davis.
Davis, yeah.
Davis
Davis.
grew up the gates.
Davis grew up behind the gates
Really?
in a great community, big homes, butler, security guards,
Butler
cameras.
security,
But
bro.
I don't understand the
Damn.
obsession with this, especially because like if that's not who you are and not in your lifestyle, that's just something you don't need to do. It's like an ongoing plight with plenty of people in our community where it's just like it's something that you want to be a part of, but it's not really who you are. Like that was a whole shtick with potentially Tekashi 6ix9ine. There's a whole plight with CJ the Whoopty song.
Yeah.
Like allegedly like he wasn't really a part of any gangs. He just took Whoopty and ran with it. Stuff like that. So all that stuff is like, what y'all doing? Y'all putting yourself in bad situations. You messing up the money, and it's really just a fucked up situation. I say all that to say this though as well, bro. This nigga's 23 years old. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, nigga. When I was 23, I was doing dumb shit as well. But what I'm saying though
But
is
I'm not
that
doing dumb shit.
I'm
putting work.
when I was
Maybe.
young, I wasn't
I'm like
accessible to
2
the same
years.
resources and money and stress that Ja is. So I don't know what's going on in his mental. Like
That
if I
shit.
had a bunch of money when I was younger, and I was there, without a doubt, people would have been around me, without a doubt, trying to manipulate me or influence me in the wrong direction.
Isn't it? But look, this is fascinating to me. You're right about that. Like, who
Without
knows
a
what his
doubt.
influences are, right?
Yeah.
Especially in the heart of Memphis.
You think you would have been what you call it?
But
You don't think so? Oh, you had Waleed in your corner. Waleed, he's a good friend.
I just don't think
He
I'll
points
be-
you in the right
I don't
direction,
think
man.
I don't think I'll be waving guns and places.
Oh no, I would never do that. That right there, I would never do. However, what I'm saying is though, even beyond the waving guns, like the way he tweets, the things that he does, the whole him with the 17-year-old in the mall, like all that stuff, like those are things that I can easily see people get manipulated when they get caught up in certain situations that most of us would never get caught up in because we don't have that type of influence and lack of like. There's no need for many 23-year-olds to have this level of discipline and structure in their life because they don't earn this type of money.
That's true, but he has to though, and
Without a doubt, he has
He
to,
knew
yes.
that because he was a star in high school. He was a star in college. Like it's not like he just came up on the field or nothing like that. Like he's seen this coming. Maybe not to this level, but this nigga's basically a star in the NBA now. So it's
They
like
know basically he is a star, and they be trying to push him, boy. They trying to push him, boy.
I'm saying though, like, look, man, Ja, all right. There seems to be this obsession, and I don't think it happens with other communities. I don't think like other communities of people are like, nah, I struggle more than you. I struggle more than you.
But you said this before,
And
you
it's something beautiful to struggle and overcome. For sure, that's a beautiful story. But like, if the only way you get appreciated in your community is by struggling a lot, then you're gonna have people that pretend to do it. But the problem with that logic is, if we use that logic and expand it to the world, we're not struggling here. We're living like kings here because we
That's
just
true.
go that video Mr. Beast uploaded in South Africa. And he was talking about how niggas didn't even have shoes. to
Damn,
go to
he's
I didn't
still
watch
doing
that
man?
yet.
yeah, he's still being a menace.
damn.
Yeah, people are
I hate
stupid about that.
Shoes,
God God damn.
So they could
Niggas ain't
avoid
donating, but
infection,
want
so
to
they could
complain about
actually walk
somebody
to
else.
school and stuff
He
like that.
recorded that shit too, right?
He made money off
Fuck,
it. He used the
man.
money to do more charitable things, but I just hate that he did it
Oh
though.
man,
I
he
hate
impacted
that.
how many lives?
20,000.
Fuck, he
Damn.
recorded all that shit. That's a fucking minutes,
Fucking
man.
pisses me off.
But
Anyway.
you said this before though about like in the black community for whatever reason, struggling is like almost a part of the identity of being black, and so it ends up being like the detriment in some instances. And I think this is a perfect example.
It's the
of
perfect
like,
example
where you're just now all of a sudden you're losing opportunity just because you're trying to uphold some lifestyle. And I think it's the same that goes back to like the whole, maybe not all the way, but like the whole Michael B. Jordan thing, where like immediately, or just in the black community in general, the concept of being a corny black guy when you're doing things that isn't normal. Like that's just how a lot of us grew up in, especially in the States. Like, bro, for whatever reason, if you did things that were not viewed as societal norms for black people to do, like if you listen to something that wasn't like, you weren't listening to rap and R&B, like, ew, what the fuck you listening to? If you decided to do something that wasn't sports or anything like that, like, ew, like what are you doing? Like all
That
those
depends.
things are just weird. Kobe got he got made fun of when he was coming up.
That's why I was trying to remember if that was a real story.
Yeah, he did,
Bad memory.
yeah. He got-
Because Kobe was like from
it was from Italy.
Yeah, and niggas used to think like, oh, this nigga's not tough. So
Yeah.
Kobe had to like compensate by actually being like
Yeah,
really
like
tough,
being tough,
and
yeah.
surprising niggas. Like, hey, look, bro. If
Wait, Kobe's
you had
from
to just
Italy? What are they
appreciate
from?
other people's success, regardless of what position they came from. Like some niggas, like their dad was a millionaire. It helped a lot. They had resources and networks. Some niggas, they were broke in America, but a broke American still has infinitely more resources than a middle class person in fucking Ghana, right? And so, but it's like if you just sit there comparing your situation to other people's situations, you're not gonna feel any happiness. And I feel like a lot of the time we don't even credit people with shit. Like I see it so often. People just think that you don't struggle if you didn't come from nothing. And there's some pride that should come with being able to overcome the odds for sure. But being successful in your life is overcoming the
I was
odds.
about to say but that's the problem, is that for whatever reason, like becoming a millionaire is not enough. Like you gotta become a millionaire, single parent in the hood, slept on the floor, no lights, barely had running water, and you had to just struggle with gang members, and somebody tried to just take advantage of you, and your teacher told you you're gonna be a failure, and you have a broken leg, and you still had to overcome all that.
Why the broken leg? Why the broken leg?
Just becoming a world-renowned athlete is not enough.
It's not enough.
That's
man.
not enough.
NBA players is so well connected that there's no way the people you keep around you are inspiring this type of behavior. It's insane to me. When you get to pick and choose who your circle is, and your circle is inspiring this type of activity, they should absolutely be on your ass for everything you did. And I really do hope you get whatever help is needed. I'm not quite sure what he's going through.
They said he go to a counseling facility in Florida. I think that's great. I think that's something that he may need. It may be other things that's also going on that we don't know as well. This might just be
100%.
scratching the surface.
100%.
And so I always tell people, yes, what he did is dumb. Let's be clear. What he's doing is dumb. It's bad decisions. He shouldn't do it. As I say that, I'm going to take the time out and applaud LeBron, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, KD, Carmelo Anthony, all those other fine gentlemen, because we went like a long stretch in NBA history without there being any like massive problem. And I think those people should be applauded for. LeBron came in the NBA as a teenager, bro. As a teenager, was
And bro
still
been on good
dealt
behavior.
like a massive amount of money, influence, fame, responsibility, and he's held that down for 20 years now. Like most people wouldn't.
If John Morant was to ask anybody anything, bro should go talk to LeBron, because LeBron probably is the only person who probably knows the pressure. Actually, bro is probably not the only person, but bro was younger and had more pressure than Ja, and isn't expecting as much as Ja is expecting.
Make those mistakes, and that's fine. That's completely fine.
I'm pretty sure you could get LeBron's number
grow
pretty
from it.
easily.
And I hope John Morant grows from it as well. And I hope he kind of picks up the pieces, because he's a great young athlete.
Oh, he
who
is
has
so entertaining.
so
man.
entertaining.
You convinced
So
me to
entertaining.
watch Memphis games.
Memphis,
Mike
man.
Conley couldn't even do that.
And Marc Gasol.
And Zebo.
And Rudy Gay. Yo, but let's know your thoughts about John Morant in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and
That's acting so unbelievably childlike and entitled. So many people would kill for his privileged position and talent, and yet he's throwing it away for some street cred, even though he's not pulling anyone in such stupid situation. Oh well, that's on him. I mean, yeah. It's really unfortunate how in our community we almost make fun of people, especially young black men who have become successful without struggling heavily at first. I go on Twitter and see Russell Wilson, Michael B. Jordan, etc. get called corny for not being black enough. It's really some really weird shit. That's true. I see a bunch of Russell Wilson shit. I I'm gonna say this about Russell Wilson. Like I'm not gonna call him corny, right? Because I don't care if he's corny or whatever. I don't know, bro. But bro is a little cringe with his actions. That's all. Like that's it. Bro is just a little cringe to me. Other than that, everything else he does is whatever. Bro takes care of his wife, kids, whatever. That's cool. That's nice for him. That's what you want actually. But bro, sometimes he be cringe. That's all. I don't think he's corny. I don't see Michael B. Jordan as cringe though. Like, yeah, Michael B. Jordan chilling. I don't think he's cringe or corny. I don't think he's corny at all actually. Bro just be doing his own shit. Bro, but and I've never thought of them not being black enough. I just think Russell Wilson is a little cringe. Michael B. Jordan doing his own thing. And whoever is, etc. I don't know. But like, subscribe. See you guys later. Hope you have a good day or night. Let me know what you guys think.